Get ready, world, for the awesomeness that is my alter ego, Countess Eleanor, the harlot of horror. In honor of landing the Horror Hostess gig, I made Scary Face here, and he would like to introduce the next segment of the show. Getting to know Amber Sym. This question was asked by Sorrel Lilliard from Longwood, Florida. Amber, how are you ever lonely or single? Can't you just walk into any club and have your pick of options? To be honest, I'm not really that into clubs. And on the rare occasion that I do go out, I go to one of the local tap rooms with a really laid-back vibe. I hate to admit it, but I'm actually kind of a homebody. And sometimes being pretty isn't as great as you might think. In fact, being pretty sometimes makes your life worse. Seriously. You know what happens when I go into a club? All of the womanizing Lotharios and self-proclaimed pickup artists see me as a sex object in need of conquering. So I spend my evenings shooting down handsome but emotionally bankrupt jerks. And meanwhile, all of the men of value at the club see the douche parade coming and going and either assume that they don't have a chance or think that I'm actually into vapid, self-obsessed clubheads. When you're pretty, people tend to downplay both your struggles and your accomplishments. They think that life is easier for you or that being pretty somehow makes up for all the hardships that you're dealing with. And it doesn't. And I can always tell when my friends have new boyfriends because they suddenly keep me at arm's length out of fear that I'll steal their man, which I have never done and I never will do, ever. It's even harder to keep guy friends. The friendships lead to crushes lead to discontent, and discontent to disconnect. Since about middle school onward, all of the relationships that should have been completely platonic, like teachers, pastors, relatives, and such, get tainted by lust. Then lines get crossed and the relationship dies. Finally, you never really know if people like you for who you truly are or if it's just because they find you attractive. And at the end of the day, making that differentiation is essential to finding genuine, everlasting love. FYI, so far, I suck at it. Anyway, on to something mucho importante. If I'm going to host a horror show, I need to further my horror education. So I am asking you guys for horror film recommendations. Let's start with the best horror films since 2000. Okay, go.